competition on both sides. You've had Percy and Reese in there. What you kind of thought of them stepping in?
A lot of bombs going off for those guys. So it's a slow process. We're still looking for 2 tackles. That's what we're looking for around here. Somebody's got to step up, or something's got to happen.
What about Steven? How has he kind of factored in so far?
I think he's going to end up being an interior guy, which is going to help us and then create some competition with those guys, and then eventually takes somebody's job.
What do you think of IQ coming back? How big is that for
Oh, it's huge, especially like right down there on the goal line. He's telling everybody what to do, and then Gabe, bombs are going off. And he's just got to learn to trigger faster. Then he'll become comfortable. Going against our defense is not the easiest thing in the world.
You had a lot of guys, obviously, today moving around the offensive line. How big is that in the spring to get those guys used to moving around?
I'm trying to get some guys in there and see who can play and see who's going to have some intestinal fortitude and be tough. I thought they were a little bit more physical today than we have been. But we got a long way to go.
How big is he tough? Obviously, last time we saw Dollar Bill before spring, he got hurt. How big is it to have him back out here and healthy again?
Yeah, we haven't gotten him full go yet, but he's doing some stuff, so we're getting there. We're easing him back into it.
When you think about this group, obviously your interior, you've got some depth there, but most of your interior is on the shelf right now outside of Q. How valuable is it to have the experienced guys maybe let the younger guys take those first 10 reps?
Oh, it's real big. You got, Nick's getting a lot of reps. Gabe Cavazos is getting a lot of reps learning on the fly. Those guys redshirted last year. And then you got Steven and probably missing somebody else. Carson Williams got a little bit better today. So it's big. Those guys are young and they're getting in there, but at some point you got to start going.
A lot of guys have talked well about Albert's strength and having to go against him.
Mm-hmm.
Other than inexperience, what else are you looking for him to put it all together with?
To bend. He's such a big guy. He's got to learn how to get that butt down. He gets walked into the quarterback a little too much right now. Got a little high hip, but again, somebody's got to emerge at tackle. That's what we're looking for, is a tackle.
You mentioned Gabe. I know initially you signed him thinking maybe tackle. You mentioned him as an interior guy. What makes him a better fit on the inside?
He's got some, our tackles end up being a little bit longer. Obviously with Percy and Albert and Cam and Dollar, we got some length there. So I think it's a natural fit to go inside. And plus, what ends up happening is if you can get Nick, Gabe, and then whoever's playing tackle, well, all 3 of them can play tackle, so you can keep them on the left side. And then, you've got Cam and Albert and Steven or whoever else emerges at the right guard spot. Well, now you can kind of get a 3-way rotation out there, and then you just have 2 centers. So you're playing with 8 guys. And if you can do that, that's pretty big. Last year I was having to take Cam and flip him over to right tackle. Well, now he's flipping his feet in the middle. That's hard for a kid to do. So I'm trying to eliminate that right now.
Is Grant a guy? We've seen him play some left tackle. Is he a guy that you can move around to?
Trying to. He's a big, strong kid, moves well. He's got to be able to handle some things a little bit better, but he works at it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he starts making some progress.
Obviously, a couple weeks away from it. How exciting is it knowing that Charles could be getting his name called, in the top 10 real soon?
It's big. I'm happy for the kid. It's going to be good for him and his family. Couldn't be more excited for him, and it just kind of shows kids what we're able to do development-wise. And then we have the Lucas kid up at Washington State, who I saw today is going, eking into the 2nd round. So, we've been able to develop some tackles here for the last 4 years. Our staff has, so it's good, and I'm happy for Charles. I'm excited for him. Got to have lunch with him before he left, so and then he rattled off his list of his itinerary, and I was like, "Get used to flying, buddy."